Heyo, your friend the neighborhood quarter guy here, and welcome back to Let's Play Adventures of Pip Blind. And I swear this is the last time that I'll have to do post-commentary. On the last episode, we ventured into the caves and had a run-in with the asshole again, and he pretty much left us in the lurch. So, let's proceed onward through the caves and hopefully get us out of this mess. Oh, great. Yep, this level's got spikes that drop from the ceiling. And wind jets. And right there we have our first villager right off the bat. Ouch. Yep. This villager was a bit tricky to get to. It's always annoying when you try to devolve right near a bitstream enemy. Boing! And we just use the air currents to our advantage to pick up the first villager. There we go. Now, as we proceed onward, we have the minecarts again. I forgot, does this level have a unique gimmick? Doesn't seem like it right now. And of course, the minecart drops down. Ah, I see, yep. This is the first level I can recall where we have to swim. And right there, we have a treasure chest to pick up. And here's the thing. Water physics are similar to, like, other obstacles. They affect you... The gravity affects you more with... depending on what form you're in. If you're in single pixel form, you just float to the surface. If you're in 8-bit form, you'll be able to swim normally. And if you're in 16-bit form, you'll sink like a rock. Boop. Now, to get those rocks, you have to be careful. You have to be on the edge of that platform to defeat the bitstream enemy. So, or you can jump like that. Now, one thing that's important to remember, and this will come up later, is that the pixel form has buoyancy. Yeah. Boing! And there we get some much-needed treasure. Well... yeah, we just wait for the bridge to respawn, and then we jump up like that. And we run past the falling spikes. And fortunately, I was a little bit careless here, so... well... you'll see my fail in a sec. Yep, there we go. However, I did get up there on the second try and was able to push that block up. Off. And... usually when there's blocks, there's switches or ledges to jump to. In this case, it's the former. Now let's proceed, shall we? And here we have our first checkpoint. Now, I wasn't sure at the time, but now I know there's really no point in trying to go down there because there's really no way to do so. And the water adventure continues this way. Boing! And down there, it's clear that there's a hidden area that way. It requires my 16-bit form. And as we proceed downward, we go to another area, which is probably home to, arguably, the most frustrating villager to reach thus far. You'll see why in a second. Yep. You have to jump nearly exactly to get to the ledge that way. It took several tries, and it even cost me a life at one point. Wait. Only now do I realize, I think I might have been able to use the buoyancy to get up there. But in any case, I did it another way. One that almost feels like a fluke. I'm not even quite sure how I did that myself. Now that I think about it, perhaps the buoyancy might have been a better idea anyway. course, in my 32-bit, I mean, yeah, my 16-bit form, I needed to push those blocks to open the next area. Boop. That's why there's bitstream enemies on both sides. Boing. Oof. Oof. And now, we proceed through some blocks and some fish. Now, I really like the level design for the most part, but that villager was really frustrating to reach. Oh boy, the HP beeping again. Boop. And right there we have a situation with using advantage. And yeah, I'm not gonna be able to get that treasure chest because I can't sink that low. I mean, I can't sink low enough to get to it. So, let's just move on. And there's the checkpoint. And I think swimming normally will work fine here. Boom. Up. Yeah, I decided it would be better to use the pixel form here. And jump to the, and then use this. There we go. Boing! Yep, hidden treasure, right down there. Couldn't get it as a pixel form. But my 8-bit form, no problem. That chicken came in handy there. Yep, and which leads us to an area with minecarts and wind gusts. Took a little negotiating to get used to it. Those minecarts do move a bit slow. But up there, we have the final villager for the level. Which was easy to collect, unlike the other one. Oh boy, those wind gusts get pretty annoying if you're not careful. And I apparently was not careful at that point. There we go. Hey. Those minecarts move pretty darn slow. Boing! And I used the wind to my advantage there. Probably would have been easier to do so if I was in pixel form. And there's the exit. Too simple to get to at this point, just ride the currents. Boing! And there we go! Stage clear! We got a good haul in that stage. And all 3 villagers? Perfect! And I still hear the checking of the minecarts. But that leads us to the next stage. Caves 3-4. Let's move on, shall we? Yeah, I'm saving you the majority of the loading screens. And it's another water level. Boing! Yep. It's probably better to swim than a float or sink here, obviously. Especially since there's a death pit down there. I'm glad they show you just which pits are death pits by the, skulls. Now, if I was in 16-bit form, I'd probably get that treasure chest, but it's not really important at this point. There we go. Now we just swim up. And here's our first villager, which will entail jumping on those spiders. Oh, well, rather those water striders. Boing. Boing. That was easy enough, wasn't it? But I wasn't able to get all the shinies there. Yep. 16-bit weapon is needed here. Slash! Boom! Was there really a need for the bitstream enemies there? Boing! Yeah, there really wasn't. It was actually rather counterproductive. Because, well, my 8-bit form is faster. Voomp! Yeah, I can run across the bridge no problem in 8-bit form, but not so much in 16-bit form. Yeah, I also need the wall jump at that point. Boing! Boom! There we go. And here's our checkpoint. And up there is the second villager, which requires my 16-bit form in one way or another, either to slash at the blocks, or to use the, well, I needed the bomb there. Voop! And I'll just use my other forms to get up there. I could have just used pixel form to just fly up there, but, really didn't care. As long as I got it out of there, okay. Ooh, that was pretty close. Almost sank there. I like this music. It's nice and it has that sort of subtle intensity to it. Now, the currents won't affect me so much in 16-bit form. Anyways, there's another bitstream enemy. Not really a necessary one, I don't think. Well, even the water levels seem to take good advantage of the mechanics here, of what our mechanics say. And that's the final villager and the end of the level. Stage clear! And all 3 villagers here. Perfect! Now, the next level up ahead was a little bit frustrating for me. You'll see why pretty soon. Caves 3-5. Now, the solution to the puzzle here is pretty obvious. First thing I need to do is get that block down there. And then I need to pixel up for the, to get that block pushed. Just needs to wait a while. Boing. Now, that block will activate the gimmick for this level. Switches that raise and lower the water level. The music here gives this sort of sense of exploration here. And we're gonna put those switches to use in this area here. Now, here we go. What we're gonna need to do eventually, in the end, is get that golem onto the switch on the left side of the screen. Now that red switch here, as I was just observing at that point, shifts to the spike stick. And there we go. That switch opens up the door to the next area, but we can't reach it yet. Oh god, hiccups. I hate hiccups. There we have our first villager. Now I'll need to go back and reset the spikes to get to that villager. Probably should have... freaking hiccups. Now let's proceed to the left, shall we? Oh boy. Oh boy. This part here annoyed the crap out of me. Because I could not for the life of me figure out how to reach that alcove up there. The first part I figured out on my own was to slash at that column of blocks on the left side. But after that, I tried numerous times to get to that other side there, but to no avail. But at one point I eventually got so frustrated that I decided Screw it, and move on. Oh! And move on. Oh, God. Oh, boy. It's frustrating when you see something right there, and you can't get to it. Well, I got some shinies while I was on there. And as it turns out, that Hiccup up there was essential because that's where the villager is. And I figured, might as well come back for that one later. And this is the part where I get stupid. Yeah, yeah, that's where I got stupid there. But I moved on from that. Yeah, I need to bring down that block. Oh boy, there's that thing, that disturbance again. And that's how that's how I got that block down. Now I just have to wait for the thing to respawn, or just hit that one. And raise the water level. I'm sorry about the hiccups. Jumping up the wall like a pro. And here, we have another block for another switch, for another way to raise the water level. Wait for it to respawn. Hoop. Ooh. Boing. Yeah, nothing there. However... Nope, nothing there either. Oh, it's one of those enemies. Voop. And there we go. Boing. And the solution here is rather simple. Oh, simple. Shift to 32-bit, 16-bit form, slash the blocks, and then ride the current up in pixel form. Oh boy. Then it's just a matter of running across the bridge. There we go. Okay. Now, this is an important puzzle right here, because it made me realize something that kind of was important earlier on. So this part was obvious, moving the block to the left, so I could flash those blocks. Oh boy. Up. Up! Up! And here's the part where... No, it wasn't that part yet. Any minute now. Wang! Yeah. This took a little doing. I wasn't quite focused here, so... I hate that point where you devolve near a bitstream enemy and you defeat the bitstream enemy in the blast, causing you to evolve right away. There we go. This brings down the second block, which allows you to raise the water level. And up we go. And the exit's right up there, so it took me a while to figure out what you need to do. I realized soon it would have to involve my pixel form. I almost actually had it right there if I didn't move the control pad there. Basically, the further down you are when you're a single pixel, as long as you don't try to jump, the higher up you'll get launched into the air. This will be shown in later. And right there, there's the exit. Stage clear! I'm sorry, stage clear! Sadly, I only got one villager in the initial run, but before I sign off, I'll show you where the other two were. But on the next episode, we'll take care of the rest of the caves. But first, let's show you where the other two villagers were. As you can see, the first step in getting the second villager in 3.5 is to take out those bricks. Then I had to revert to single pixel form and let the current carry me up. From there, it's just a little bit of a swim and a reversion to single pixel form in order to reach the villager. And as for the other one, it's in this area. You see that giant stack of blocks right there? The one I had to slash? Well, the villager is in a hidden alcove through a hidden wall on the left side of that. Boing! Boing! And up! Now it's just a matter of waiting for the thing to respawn. And there we go. Now I just jump to the left, go through the hidden alcove, and there's the villager. Yep, there he is. And that'll do it. I'll see you next time with live commentary to finish up the caves. Until then, this is the Quarter Guy, signing out. Darn it, Hiccups.